The CMS HCC version 28 risk adjustment model is a game changer for Medicare Advantage plans, fundamentally altering how risk is measured and managed across the industry. It's not just an update, it's a structural overhaul that makes old audit programs obsolete, forcing organizations to rethink their entire approach to compliance and risk adjustment. V28 demands deeper clinical validation and encounter-level data integrity, not just code checks. Auditors must now ensure that every diagnosis is supported by robust clinical evidence and accurate, timely documentation. Legacy audit methods, annual chart reviews, random sampling, won't catch the nuanced errors V28 penalizes. These traditional approaches simply can't keep up with the complexity and specificity required. The new model requires a shift from retrospective fixes to proactive, real-time compliance. Teams must monitor data continuously and address issues as they arise, not months later. Audit programs must now be dynamic, data-driven, and continuously adaptive, leveraging advanced analytics and technology to stay ahead of evolving requirements. Sticking with outdated practices is like using a century-old map on a modern highway, inefficient and risky. The landscape has changed, and so must the tools and strategies we use. The challenge: rebuild audit processes from the ground up, with V28's requirements at the core. This means reimagining workflows, retraining teams, and investing in smarter systems. Only a purpose-built audit program can ensure every diagnosis is both coded and clinically supported under V28, safeguarding compliance and optimizing outcomes for plans and patients alike. V28's biggest shakeup? It's a sweeping transformation that will impact nearly every aspect of risk adjustment and compliance. Over 2,000 ICD-10-CM codes, gone from the payment model. This is not just a minor update, it's a fundamental change that will alter how organizations approach coding and reimbursement. Audit focus must shift immediately. Retired codes like protein-calorie malnutrition no longer count toward risk scores, so using them can lead to costly errors. Every diagnosis now requires face-to-face encounter documentation, no more relying on problem lists or historical data. Accurate, real-time documentation is now essential for compliance. Miss this, and you risk RADV audits, payment retractions, and compliance penalties. The stakes for documentation accuracy have never been higher. V28 also recalibrates risk scores, so high-risk patients under V24 may now score lower, directly impacting revenue. Organizations must adapt quickly to these new scoring realities. Audit programs must go beyond code checks to model risk scores and analyze financial impact, ensuring that financial planning aligns with the new model. The new risks are systemic: weak documentation, overuse of historical data, and misunderstanding V28's clinical logic can all undermine compliance and financial stability. A modern audit program must identify and mitigate these V28-specific risks to protect both compliance and revenue, ensuring organizations remain resilient in this new era. Building a V28-compliant audit program starts with the right team: compliance, revenue cycle, CDI, provider leaders, and analytics. Step 1. Conduct a V28-specific risk assessment. Identify retired HCCs, documentation gaps, and high-risk providers. Use this intelligence to target audits where the risk and financial impact is highest. Update all policies to reference V28, especially encounter-level validation and meet criteria. Make these policies the standard for coders, auditors, and providers. Set audit cycles, quarterly, monthly, or rolling, focused on high-risk areas and new HCCs. Ensure transparent workflows for audits, feedback, and corrective action. This approach turns audits into a continuous quality improvement loop. The goal: documentation and coding that consistently meet V28's stringent standards. Under V28, the MEET criteria, monitor, evaluate, assess, address, treat, are non-negotiable for compliant documentation. Every diagnosis must show active provider management during the encounter. Auditors must look for evidence of MEET, not just a diagnosis mention. For example, diabetes mellitus, continue current medications, shows the provider addressed the condition. Audit checklists should embed MEET, and feedback must pinpoint exactly what's missing. This transforms audits into educational tools, not just compliance checks. Consistent MEET application elevates documentation quality and ensures every HCC is defensible. V28 compliance demands robust technology and ongoing training. Dynamic dashboards and KPIs give real-time insight into audit performance and compliance. AI and NLP automate initial chart reviews, flagging missing HCCs or weak meat support, freeing auditors for complex cases and education. Training is essential for all providers, coders, and revenue leaders must understand V28's requirements and financial impact. Ongoing education adapts as new risks emerge. Technology shows where problems are, training explains why and how to fix them. This synergy builds a resilient, adaptive audit ecosystem. The result, a V28 audit program that drives both compliance and documentation excellence. V28 is here, compliance can't wait. The countdown to 2025 is underway and organizations must act decisively to meet the new standards. Every claim is now under stricter scrutiny, and the window for adaptation has closed. Regulators are applying more rigorous oversight than ever before. Outdated audit programs put your organization at risk for payment cuts and regulatory penalties. Failing to update your processes could mean falling behind competitors who are already compliant. Revenue projections based on old models are now unreliable. Financial stability depends on adapting to the new compliance landscape. Only a V28-focused audit program can safeguard your revenue and compliance. Proactive measures are essential to protect your bottom line. Regulators are watching. Failure to enforce encounter-level validation and meet invites audits and penalties. The stakes have never been higher. The cost of inaction, payment retractions, fines, and reputational damage can be devastating for any organization. Act now. Assemble your team, assess V28 risks, update policies, deploy new tech, and launch training. Empower your staff to meet these challenges head-on. Every day of delay increases your exposure. Time is of the essence, and swift action is your best defense. Master V28 with a resilient, intelligent audit program, and secure your organization's future in this new era of compliance.